you know, the idea that expectation kills the joy there's a lot of legitimacy to that, but I think it has to be kind of weathered with what that means. Just like a moment ago, we were talking about how it's important to have a destination because that's heads you in a direction. But have a direction, have a destination without being attached to getting there or what it'll look like when you get there. For like this woman who headed out towards the pancake breakfast. Nothing wrong with heading out towards the pancake breakfast. It was her attachment to her expectation that was the problem. The Buddhists talk about attachment. Desires are the cause of suffering, but the desires are not the problem themselves. It's the attachment that becomes the problematic to our sense of well-being and our sense of peace. And it's also the expectations that cause us to miss so much of the unexpected gifts. I've talked about the study that they did with people who were either considered lucky or unlucky, and they gave a newspaper to people that had a certain number of a specifically made, section of newspaper, and they asked people how many photographs are in this section of the newspaper, and the people who were considered unlucky started flipping through. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the lucky people flipped through it and saw on the last page was a huge big square that said there are 30 pictures in this newspaper. That the people who were lucky were actually simply not attached to the outcome. They were not attached to their expectations. They had let go of the expectations and simply allowed themselves to discover the gifts, the opportunities. So luckiness is less about something magical and more about receptivity, expanding beyond the expectations, which is the beauty of that story. You didn't see anything along the way?